Okay, so I just finished watching the film. If I had legs, I would kick you. And I have a lot of things to say about this movie, so I'm gonna try to, como se dice, condense it all into this sort of summary-ish esque video. So the movie has Rose Byrne's character. Spoiler alert, if you guessed it already, she's a mom. And also, this video is going to contain spoilers because I'm going to talk about what I like and what I don't like. But the thing is, I mostly like this movie a lot, so I don't really have a lot of complaints about it. So, with Rose Byrne's character, what can I say? She's a mom just really going through it like a lot. Like if you're not familiar with the movie Requiem for a Dream or a movie, I wouldn't say it's similar, but I hate to use it as a comparison, but Uncut Gems, where the characters are just going through a lot of shit. Like, they're going through it a lot. Well, I wouldn't call this movie a tragedy of sorts, but it has a clear, distinct way of telling you its story and the way it's shot. Because another thing that I do like about this movie is Christian Slater's character. Well, you don't really see him throughout the film. Now, even though this is a spoiler video, he is in the movie, but I'm not going to tell you when he shows up. Another thing is the daughter. Now, for people who like hamsters, this movie is for you in a very unique way for the hamster lovers. But yes, the daughter, you don't really see the daughter, but you do hear her, conversing with Rose's character. Again, I'm not going to tell you when she shows up, but she will show up. Another character I do like is ASAP Rocky's role. Now, out of all the characters you meet throughout the film, I would say ASAP Rocky is the most chill. He's kind of in like this sort of comedy relief sort of character. One of my favorite parts in the film, spoiler alert, is when he invites her to his hotel and they go on the dark web, and literally he's like, I'm gonna order a Somali, but I don't get paid till next week, so you're gonna have to cover me. So it seems like I am just rambling and rambling on about what I like about this movie, and that's because I just have no problem or I just don't see that many flaws with this movie. Sure, you can argue that there are some flaws with this movie, but I don't think those flaws really overshadow anything really because the movie from start to finish is genuinely just a roller coaster of emotions. I wouldn't say trauma, just anxieteful shit that I think you or me or anyone can relate. And at the same time, there's this sort of almost ethereal presence in the movie because, spoiler alert, throughout the film, you kind of see this sort of galaxy, sort of state of mind set, sort of scene. I can't even describe it, but you do see a sort of galaxy kind of scene in the movie, and what I feel like is the galaxy sort of represents Rose Byrne's kind of mental state of what she's going through. Because I think a lot of us can relate in a way that, some people say, the universe is trying to tell you something, the universe is going to grant you something. And I feel with those ethereal universe scenes, it's just trying to like put Rose in like this sort of trance state almost in a way, because I'm not going to tell you what how the ending is, but I feel like the ending sort of plays back into it when she sort of, damn, I can't really say it, fuck. On top of that, I believe the director is also in this movie as well as Dr. Browenstein, something like that. I can't pronounce it for shit. Or Brostein. But anyways, they have this. There's a scene where they're having a work meeting, and Rose's character says some very powerful shit. Now, now I understand. The writers make it seem like it's deep, even though it's probably not that deep. The scene makes it deep, but she says, and I quote, "We're pretending we have power to change something that we don't even understand because it's not our fault, but we know how to change it even though it's not our fault." Now, when I saw that, I literally had to pause the movie and say to myself, holy shit, what the fuck? And that, it didn't strike a nerve, but it hit me. Like, I really like the delivery, the way it's handled, the build up to this scene. It's crazy, crazy shit. And then she walks off like a boss. So, another highlight I like to point out is Ivy Wolk's character. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right, but I'm probably not. Anyways, I liked her character. She doesn't play a substantial role, but I feel like anyone who's had a job can relate to the role that she played, even though it wasn't that big of a role. But anyone who's worked or just been a human being can relate to her character in some form of fashion. But all in all, I did enjoy this movie. If I had to rate it, I would give it a strong 8.6254912, or maybe a C plus to a B plus, or a B plus to an A. I mean, I can argue with anyone and say this movie is an A because I had no problems with this movie. I feel like this movie is straightforward, straight to the point with what it's presenting to you. I feel like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that, like, yeah, this movie is a very strenuous, stressful, anxieteful kind of movie. And yeah, I hope this video did a meh job at trying to let you know, hey, this is a decent movie. It's not crazy. It's not over the top. And yeah.